All right. So I'm recording on my mic without any. I cut off a couple things that were on my computer that were like I don't know, like extra enhancements or whatever. I forgot they were on, but I cut those off, and now I'm recording on my mic through my 528 into Audacity or whatever. I did redo my settings a little bit, but the only thing I did Um, I had copied off of Lenny B and I had got his settings. So what I turned around and did was I said, okay, Lenny B has a SM7B with a cloud lifter. So he's using same mic as me, but he's got 18 decibels of preamp gain going into his 528. Me, I have an SMDB, which has 28 decibels of extra gain in the preamp. So there's a 10 decibel difference. So it's going to be different settings for mine and his. So what I did was I cut the EQ off, and then I started. Well, actually, I cut everything off, and then I started with the mic preamp, and then I made sure that was good. Then I went to my compressor. Then I made sure I was getting about 3 to 6 decibels of gain reduction. Then I went to the compressor gain, set what I lost, put that back in. Then I cut the EQ back on after that, and then I reset the de-esser. So uh, after I reset it, it sounded really different. It didn't sound as out of control as it was before I did that. And I had cut my mids up a little bit too, so it was sounding kind of a little bit wild. So that was a good thing, and I went back and did that because I'm almost to 100 episodes, and I'm trying to get to a point I'm where I'm producing a good sound, on a consistent basis. And it's not the fact that I don't know. It's not the fact I'm trying to be like other podcasters because I can only do so much of my equipment, which I have spent a buttload of money. But it's just the fact that I want to make sure that I show progress on my podcast in that I'm showing progression. So you can go back to older episodes and you can say, okay, it's kind of getting it together, keep going. Okay, he's kind of getting it together. Okay, keep going, it's getting better. Okay, after 100, okay, now he seems like he's kind of plateaued to a point to where, now he's producing somewhat of a consistent sound, you know. But let's be honest, stuff you should think about. They had wildly uneven sound for years. I didn't know until I actually looked it up. But the point was, they kept showing up, and that's the most important part is you keep showing up. Because who's going to, you know, consistency is a key, I believe. Consistency is a key. You keep showing up, when nobody's listening. Keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. And eventually, you'll get listeners. Or, if nothing else, I mean, this is really good therapy, to get episodes out, to get thoughts out, for other people to kind of see, how you feel about certain things. So I mean, it helps. It really does. So that's one of the reasons I do it. And it's just something that I got into, something that I'm kind of. I mean, I'm really into it now. because I'm too deep into it and I spent too much on it to just say, oh, well, I'm gonna get this up. Nah, I'm doing this, and it's and don't get me wrong, it's really not about making money because I'm not making any right now. Podcasts take a while, to make to start generating an income. So you just have to keep showing up and keep showing people that you're gonna be uh, showing up and they can depend on you, and then people slowly start to trickle in. So that's what podcasting is all about. But I did an episode earlier, and I'm just doing another episode to get that thought off my head. So have a good one.